Another rescue mission safely accomplished. HMC Vigilant today returned to Dover, both her decks packed with migrants. It's a daily ritual the Home Secretary is determined to break by forcing back the dinghies used to make these dangerous crossings, even though unions insist it would be practically impossible.
You can only turn back into a receiving vessel, so the French must cooperate. They've got to have a vessel alongside willing to take the migrant vessel should we be able to turn it. And the position, as I understand it from the French government, is that they will not cooperate in this.
Priti Patel has repeatedly asked her French counterpart for help and handed over millions for increased border patrols. But today he tweeted, France will not accept any measures contrary to the rights of the sea, nor any financial blackmail. Instead of bringing people back to safety, it's understood that the crews of these border force vessels have been training to enforce the so-called turn-back policy, but only when it's practical and safe. And many people believe that will be rarely, if ever. When European coast guards used the tactics against migrants attempting to reach Greece, some of them were forced overboard as they resisted and had to be rescued from the water. So do you think that turning back these dinghies is really any more than a tough-sounding headline?
Turning a rubber dinghy round when they don't want to be turned round, and then what do? You tie them to you and you steam into the French one, or do you turn them around and say, off you go, because they'll immediately turn around again and come back, and then you'll turn them round. I mean, the whole thing is just bonkers.
Charities who distribute food to those living rough in Calais rejected the idea as inhumane.
She forgot that there is people on this boat, you know? It's just like not an object, like people can actually, like the boat can sink, people can die. It's not like, it's not a game, you know? You cannot like say like this kind of stuff to get some votes.
Hundreds more have made it to the Kent coast this week. The need to stem the flow is acknowledged, but an effective way of stopping them remains elusive. Juliet Bremner, News at 10, Dover.